This day in time. What happened today, years ago?
1864, American Civil War, and we're heading out to sea.
Right, naval conflict this time. The Confederacy had this strategy using fast ships called commerce raiders. Their job wasn't really to fight the Union Navy directly, but to hunt down and destroy Union merchant ships. Hurt the North economically.
Make the war too expensive to continue.
That was the idea.
Yeah.
And the most famous, the most successful of these raiders was the CSS Alabama.
Ah, the Alabama. Even though I've heard of that one.
Yep.
Legendary, right?
Absolutely legendary. The material highlights its record sank or captured 65 Union merchant ships all over the world. Caused panic.
65. That's incredible.
It really is. But by June 1864, the Alabama had been at sea for a long, long time, nearly 2 years straight. She was pretty worn out. Engines needed work, the hull was fouled, and crucially, her gunpowder and ammunition were degraded. Old and unreliable.
Not ideal going into a fight.
Definitely not. And waiting for her outside the harbor of Cherbourg in France was the Union warship USS Kearsarge, commanded by Captain John Winslow.
And the Kearsarge was in better shape.
Much better shape, described as well prepared. And crucially, Winslow had done something clever. He'd added improvised armor to his ship.
Armor? How?
He'd draped heavy anchor chains vertically over the sides, protecting the vital engine spaces, then covered them with wooden planks so it wasn't obvious.
Thin chain mail, basically.
Sort of, yeah. Plus, the Kearsarge had fresh, reliable ammunition, a stark contrast to the Alabama.
Okay, so why did they fight on June 19th? Was it planned?
Not exactly. The Alabama had pulled into Cherbourg, a neutral port, for repairs and supplies. The Kearsarge showed up and waited just outside territorial waters, blockading it. Captain Semmes of the Alabama. Well, he felt honor-bound. He couldn't just stay trapped. He decided to sail out and fight.
A duel, essentially.
Pretty much. So June 19th, the Alabama sails out. The battle itself was quite visual. The ship steamed in 7 big circles, firing at each other, gradually closing the distance to about 1,000 yards.
Who fired first?
The Alabama. And it fired faster, actually. But the analysis points out its gunnery was inaccurate and the shells often didn't perform well. There's one specific dramatic detail mentioned.
Go on.
A big 100-pound shell from the Alabama hit the Kearsarge's stern post, right near the steering gear. A critical hit. But it failed to explode. Dead shell.
Well,
probably because of that degraded powder.
wow, that could have changed everything.
Could have crippled the Kearsarge. Meanwhile, the Kearsarge's fire was slower, maybe more deliberate, but much more accurate and effective. The material highlights the impact of its heavy 11-inch Dahlgren guns.
Those were powerful.
Very. One of those big shells smashed into the Alabama side right near the waterline, penetrated the engine room. That was pretty much the killing blow.
Yeah.
Water rushed in, fire started. The Alabama began to sink rapidly.
So the end of the legend.